Okay, so today is Sunday, January 7th. So Friday and Saturday, there wasn't a high magnitude earthquake in California. So which means we will have to wait again. So first of all, I figured that some YouTubers they thought that the moon cycle is 28 days, but actually it's not. The moon cycle, according to Enoch, the books of Enoch, is alternate 30 days and 29 days. And then the mainstream information is 29.5 days. So I guess they just even it out instead of telling you the truth 30 days and then some months 29 days. They just even it out. So I don't know where those people got the 28-day cycle from. So I just want to point this out because particularly when YouTubers, they decode the Donnie Darko's movie, they thought the 28 days quote was reference to the moon cycle. Actually, it's not. So I just want to point it out. So the books of Enoch, chapter 78. And for 3 months at its proper time, it achieves 30 days, and for 3 months, it achieves 29 days, during which it completes its waiting. And then let's see, 78.16, and in the time of its rising, for 3 months it appears in each month with 30 days, and for 3 months it appears in each month with 29 days. So by night, for 20 days each time, it looks like a man, and by day like heaven, for there is nothing else um, in it except its light. So there are some allegories about the moon. There's a deity in the moon. Some stories even say there's a rabbit in the moon. So there you go. The angel Uriel told Enoch that by night for 20 days each time it looks like a man, but actually there's nothing else in it except its light. Okay, so there you go. 3 months 30 days, 3 months 29 days each time. Let's see. So it's like if you really want to focus on the moon cycle, you can actually refer back to the Chinese calendar. Also, okay. So that's that. So the decode of the Donnie Darko 28 days quote is actually reference to Ezekiel chapter 28. Okay. And then those YouTubers decode by using the 28 days moon cycle was false. Okay. So I just want to let you know. And so now we're waiting for the next how much time? It'll be tomorrow and Tuesday, the 8th and 9th, Monday, Tuesday. 27th of the 10th month in Elok calendar, so it's the end of the 10th month. How much time for rapture Monday, Tuesday? And let's see. Speaking of the end of the 10th month, the beginning of the 11th month will be on this coming Friday to Saturday, the 12th and the 13th, because in Chinese calendar, the 11th month only has 29 days, so that is exactly what I'm talking about. Some months are 29, some months are 30 days in the moon cycle. And let's see. So now, which makes next Sunday, the 14th, the third day of the 11th month in Elok calendar. So there's a 311 reference there. And I want to thank you, my viewer Christian. He brought it up to me. It's the Queen of Denmark is abdicated. The official day is next Sunday, the 14th, which is the third day of the 11th month in Elok calendar. So it's 311. Okay, they picked this 311 day. Uh, let's see. And so the future king, the king to be, is the eldest son of the queen, Frederick. This name is very popular as a king's name in the European history. And his grandfathers were the kings. One was the Sweden king, and then the other one, of course, is Denmark. So, so he is in a bloodline, but we don't know which fallen angel bloodline he is belong to. And also, again, this future king, his wife, um, it, she was a commoner, considered to be non royal family, right? And so this to me sounded like they created this fairy tale again, similar to actually exactly the same as the British government that William and Kate. So, but actually, Kate, she was at the time people, you know, revealed her true identity. She, at the time, everybody was surprised. She thought she was a commoner, but she's not. She's the cousin of William. I don't remember exactly which generation cousin. I think it's around like the fourth cousin or the fifth cousin. So, it's not a commoner. She's not a commoner. They married within the tribe, which is like family bloodline. It just depends on like which generation, right, of cousin. And so this so-called Mary, the future queen, the queen to be married in Denmark, the wife of Frederick. She is Scottish. She just migrated to Australia So she claimed herself as Australian because of that. But originally she is Scottish. So there you go. She's in the bloodline, but nobody revealed her true identity yet. Um, so she's from Scotland. So which means she, you know, exactly belongs to the bloodline. Again, DT is from Scotland, and DT is the I don't know whatever generation cousins of the lizard Elizabeth. So which means this future this queen to be, which is Mary, she is whatever generation cousin of DT and what's that called? Lizard Elizabeth. So which means she is actually the same bloodline of the Queen Mary of Scotland in history. Let's see. So again, we don't know which fallen angel or fallen angel's bloodline they belong to, you know, because there are, I think there are like around 11 or 12 leaders below Satan. So Satan on top, and then there is a group of leaders, like around 11 or 12 of them. Then after that is all the fallen angels, you know, following those leaders. So they could have been, let me see, the descendants of one of the leaders. You know, not necessarily Satan, because Satan bloodline was king, and then king, then the 13 families, right? Because, you know, the on the stage, they are less higher up as the one that behind the scene. So that's why the 13 families, you only know them as businessmen, right? They don't usually in the spotlights like politicians, celebrities, or like um, those technology giants, you know. They more subtle like LVMH, those pharmaceuticals, food giants like water, bottle of waters, juice, sodas, you know, those just businessmen conglomerates, right? Um, so her last name is Donaldson. So we know that, um, let's see, they usually tell you the gender accordingly by the last name, like there's a is it opera singer is Brightman, so it's a he, and then let's see, Portman, Latterly Portman is a he, and then this Donaldson definitely is a he, because when you look at her physique, her shoulder is wider than her hips, and her she doesn't have butt, you know, flat, doesn't have the butt, the curve. Is a man, and her collarbones is straight like a one horizontal line and very prominent. She always wear heavy makeup, really heavy. I try to zoom in her face. You can see some skin like a reptilian skin type of right on the side, right side of right between the face and the forehead is in the middle. So it's a really heavy makeup to hide the feature of the man face. So when I looked at her, she was in I don't know what beach. So she like um wearing swimming suit and her was was in the water, and then so her makeup definitely a little bit less, right? So you can really see her face feature like as a man. She just used heavy makeup to make her, you know, himself look like a she. And of course, they chop down their face to like a pointy face shape instead of a square shape as a man jaw, you know. And so when you look at the physique of the Frederick, it clearly shows that her is a she. Um, her shoulder width is, I think, is exactly the same as the hip. It's really difficult to say, tell us like when I look at both of them because the photos that I found on Google search, they very clever. They don't take photos directly. Um, the front or the back. They always take photos from different angles, and if it's like full front shoot shooting the full front body, they always wearing the clothing that to hide their physique, you know. So I can say it's a she because the shoulder again is same width as his hip, and the shoulder the collarbones not revealing. You can't really see much. It's like a you know and it's not a horizontal one line. You can tell. And so you can also say, by the length of the arms, so that's that. And okay, so it's the third day of the 11th month, 311. So the dawning got darker 28 days quote is according to the Ezekiel 28. So Christian calculated the number of days from the 14th to next month, the Chinese New Year, is exactly 28 days. And then let's see. So that is the year of dragon. Okay. A lot of information like people say, Denmark is Dan, right? Tribe of Dan. They are in that area anyway. They never left. They just expanding their families and their offsprings migrate to different countries, so they invade pretty much the whole earth already. And so this is a signal that their queen is coming um, like very soon because it's just right after rapture. And I think it's at the same time as they revealed the Antichrist. So this is a final confirmation, I think. because the first confirmation it was in last year. They all of a sudden had the AI generated video from the iPad Go channel. Remember? So that AI generated video was in Monterey, and I don't know if you guys noticed that there's one of the shops there was Mary Popcorn, the popcorn store. It's called Mary. So at that time, they already confirmed. It's that one I think they confirmed. It's finally the time loop is ending. So now this coming Sunday, the 14th, is the final say, final confirmation.